God wants us to get married and multiply, but the world right now is going chaos. Everything is changing. What I'm about to say, I will not say the truth. I'll be transparent. And this is it. If you truly do not get married, what else would you do with your life? Everybody wants something. Sometimes we all say, I don't want to get married. Marriage is a scam. There's nothing wrong with marriage. It's just the character people bring into it. That is why God wants you to multiply. But a lot of us aren't doing that. To multiply is not just to get married, it's to multiply in spirit, in love, in care, in abundance. We don't multiply these things. The only thing we only want to multiply is just our money. And that is also part of it. But it plays a role. Imagine you have 10 fingers, you're only growing one. The other 9 are all just there laying dormant and dull. Obviously, you're not doing a great job. You're in despair and you're lower, you're backward. To multiply is to be aware what needs to be multiplied. You need to multiply your words, your prayer life, your gift, your surrounding, your families, your community. You need to multiply these things in order for you to grow. Also, you need to multiply yourself in multiple things. Your love, your care. But we don't do that anymore. We are just being annoying. There's nothing wrong with this word. It's just we. Everybody is only after what they want for themselves, but not what they need. You could have a lot in your hand and your neighbor would be suffering and you would just keep quiet. I think there about that is if you have a lot of money and you could give to your neighbor, maybe to buy something for food and you know they are hungry and you keep quiet, you think it doesn't burn you. It does. When you keep quiet, knowing your next neighbor is suffering and you think you're not going to help them or take away their burden in some sense. And obviously, when they are crying or in despair pain, you think you're going to be, oh my God, I did not help them. I'm happy. I'll keep quiet. No, you will feel it. See, that fire will burn you. It's so beautiful when you help other people. It's great. You feel more powerful, more open, more free, more light, because that is the way you're supposed to be. You're supposed to live your life the way God wants you to live it, but we're all just being selfish, living it in the godly way. To live your life godly, it's not even godly. What is godly? Nobody has to tell you how to live your life godly, but you can. You know what needs to be done, but you refuse to because it is good for you to live your old life, because the new one you're not going to embody. It's not something you understand or know, because you know to live a godly life, a lot of things will be taken away from you, but you don't want to do that. That is why when you ask some women, would you want to marry a pastor, they will say no, because they know the amount of rubbish they do. And being married to a pastor will have to make them conform to stop a lot of things. Maybe you're the type of woman that talks anyhow. You're always about outside, jumping from one place to another, no recoil. You lie, you cheat, you manipulate, you fornicate. You do all sorts of nasty things. You being the pastor's wife will have to let you conform to, even though when somebody politely disrespects you in public, you're not going to say anything. You're going to be like, okay, it's okay. But the old you would blast them by disrespecting them back. But it's okay. Everything is but a choice, but the choice has a consequence to pay. Be ready to pay it. It's crazy. I know it is.